Hello everyone and welcome to the ANW 13 prediction special! Yay! If we're doing predictions, that means that it is finally time for the national finals at Las Vegas, where 68 people have qualified and will get to take on a 4-stage obstacle course at the grammatically incorrect Mount Midoriyama. So before we get through my predictions of who I think is going to clear stage 1 and beyond, I'm going to give everyone their due and list off the 68 people who qualified for Vegas. And I quote, Abel Gonzalez, Adam Rail, Alex Bigali, Amir Malik, Anthony Porter, Austin Gray, Ava Colasanti, Bob Reese, Brett Hernandez-Strong, Brett Sims, Brian Burkhart, Brittany Durant, Caden Madison, Cam Baumgarter, Kara Mack, Casey Rothschild, Chris Behrens, Kristen Yost, Dan Champagne, Daniel Gill, Darren Perez, Deshaun Harris, Devin Alexander, Donovan Matoyer, Elijah Browning, Enzo DiFiore Wilson, Eric Middleton, Francisco Barras, Heather Wessinger, Hunter Gerard, Isabella Wakeham, Isaiah Thomas, Isaiah Wakeham, Jackson Twait, Jake Murray, Jamie Ron, Jay Lewis, Jesse Lebrecq, Joe Morosky, John Uga, Jonathan Gobout, Josiah Pipel, Caden Lebsek, Kai Beckstrand, Kevin Carbone, Kyle Soderman, Lance Pekas, Lucas Reale, Matt Bradley, Max Feinberg, Megan Martin, Megan Rowe, Mike Salinzi, Nate Hansen, Nate Pardo, Nick Hansen, not the one from Alaska, the other Nick Hansen, Owen Dyer, R.J. Roman, Rachel DeGutz, Ryan Meeks, Sean Bryan, Tage Harrington, Deanna Weberly, True Becker, Tyler Gillette, Talia Yamauchi, Vance Walker, and Zanik Levet. And that is your entire list of qualifiers for Vegas. So here's how it worked. As you can probably see, I got a full list right here of names. And what I did was I took my highlighter and I highlighted the people who I thought was going to clear stage 1. Now, 68 is on the low side for number of people competing in Vegas. I'm assuming this is COVID related and possibly scheduling related because ANW has been having issues fitting everyone into one day in terms of filming for stage 1. So trying to figure out how many people are going to clear stage 1 was tough because it's like the low was 17, the high is 41. But the 41 happened when there was a lot more people in Vegas. So it's like, yeah, we're probably not going to get 41. Now I know that ANW has already released a preview. I haven't seen it. I don't want to be spoiled on anything. So what I'm going to do, simply put, is I highlighted the names of the people who I think are going to clear stage 1, and then I took those names and I highlighted the ones that I thought were going to clear stage 2, and then I highlighted the ones I thought were going to clear stage 3, and will someone clear the final stage? Well, you're going to have to wait and see to find out. So, in the end, I ended up going with 23 people clearing stage 1. Now that is around a third. It's not completely a third, but it's around a third. And I was worried that I might be going too high. So I stopped at 23, and these are the names that I picked to go for number 23, no particular order. So, first things first, 4 of the people that I picked were the 4 people who got the safety passes at the end of each of the 4 semifinal episodes. So that would be Austin Gray, Brian Burkhart, Joe Morosky, and Vance Walker. I think that if you give any of those guys 2 chances, they can definitely clear stage 1. So, those 4 are automatically in my book. I'll be very surprised if any of them fail to beat stage 1 twice. And so my choices for deciding who is going to move on is based on a lot of different things. It was based on what I think their capabilities are as a competitor, but also me kind of like looking into the meta of how they've been presented so far in the show. Basically, the more airtime they got, the more likely they are to clear stage 1. Not guaranteed, but more likely. And before I continue, there is one important note that I should mention here. I am not picking Daniel Gill to clear stage 1 because I found out he did not compete, unfortunately. He didn't make it. And whether or not there was an alternate, I do not know the answer to. But unfortunately, I was told he got COVID, unfortunately, in between semifinals in Vegas, which is a shame, honestly. I hope he didn't get it from doing something irresponsible and it was just a freak situation. But yeah, that's gotta suck. So no Daniel Gill. So I'm not picking him, and no one should pick him as a result. So no particular order here. One of the people I'm picking is the man who I thought was going to win it all in season 11, Sean Bryan. He was my main pick. He's been to stage 3 twice, and if it wasn't for him dislocating his shoulder in stage 1, he probably would have been able to clear it no problem. So I think he's going to move on to stage 2. Another man I think is going to move on to stage 2 is RJ Roman. RJ is very talented. He's very fast. I think he could very easily beat stage 1. I do find it weird, and this was pointed out to me in the comments, how RJ has been heavily advertised in the episodes twice, and yet both times he got fast forward, which is kind of a jerk move, honestly. Then let's see. I'm gonna go with one of my boys, Lucas Reale. He's got fast forward both times. They might fast forward him again, but I think he can clear stage 1. He's done it before. He can do it again. In fact, he made it to stage 3 last time. By last time, I mean ANW 11, because 12 didn't have a Vegas because it was an abbreviated COVID season. I'm going to go with Hunter Gerard. He's a very talented competitor. I think he's going to move on to stage 2. The NNL champion, Jay Lewis, I'm picking him. I think he is very capable of clearing. He's very talented. I think he can do it. One of the big questions with the teenagers is how can they handle a big course? You know, they're going to be taking on the biggest obstacles that they've ever taken on with Vegas. How can they handle that? I think most of them will handle it well. You know, not all of them. Some of them are going to fail. But one person who's a teen who I don't think will fail is one of my guys, Josiah Pipel. I know Josiah. I know he's very capable. I know he's very strong. And I think he's going to do well. Another teenager who I've been told not to overlook is Caden Lebsack. I think he has the capability of clearing stage 1. Next one I'm going to pick is a man who has made it to stage 3 before, Adam Rail. Adam is a very strong competitor. He's very fit. He can make it through. My hope is that he will go clear stage 1 and he'll do well. You know, I know the video preview was of his run. I don't know if they show the full run or if it cuts off. So I could be predicting something that's already known by other people. Don't know. Brett Hernandez Strong is another teenager rookie that I'm going for. I think he's got the skills to do it. That's my general impression. Bit of a long shot. I don't want to say a bit. I feel like maybe not as of a strong pick as what people would consider some other choices, but I'm gonna go for that. Also, I'm gonna go with Cam Baumgartner. Cam's very good. Cam's very good, so I'm picking him. Another teenager is Elijah Browning. Was impressed by his ability in the qualifiers and semifinals, so I think he can beat stage one. Eric Middleton had a really good showing in the semifinals, and he's beaten stage one before, so I think he's going to make Matt and Akbar eat bugs again on stage one, and I am all for it. Another teenager that I'm going to go for is True Becker. True was really impressive this season on the National Ninja League, gaining a lot of different qualifier wins. I know he is very capable of beating stage one, so I'm picking him. Similarly, even though I misspoke his name earlier, Max Feinberg is someone who I can see easily clearing stage one. And I believe my last pick for teenagers to clear stage one is Kai Beckstrand. I was really impressed with what I saw in the semifinals of his run. It was really good. I think he has what it takes. And also, he's like a former ANW junior champ, so he definitely knows what it's like to keep in with the speed aspect of the course. Because not everyone who does stage one understands there's a time limit, because the previous two rounds didn't have a time limit, even though there is a timer, and time is still technically a factor, but it's a different mindset, and so I think he understands that. I hope so. Even though he's been fast-forwarded both times, I will go with Kevin Carbone. He's made it to stage 3, and he'll probably get fast-forward through stage 1 again, but I think he can clear it. Similarly, Tyler Gillette. They both got fast-forward a bunch of times in ANW 11, and they both made it to stage 3, but I think they're both going to clear stage 1. And that leads me with one final person, and so my final person that I think is going to clear stage 1 is... I can't count. So I think Jake Murray is going to clear. Oh, I botched that super hard. Yeah, I think Jake Murray's going to clear. I mean, he's fast. He's gotten the fastest time on stage 1 twice. And he's currently on a streak of the fastest cleared on an AEW course 5 courses in a row. I think he's going to beat stage 1. And he's probably going to do it in the fastest time again, making it a full 6 times in a row. So yeah, and like I was saying, my final pick is none other than Jessie Lebrec. I think she's finally going to do it. After multiple times of trying, she's finally going to beat stage 1 within the time limit and become only the 3rd woman to do so. And the other 2 women who did it they're not even in Vegas. Jessie Graff didn't compete this year due to injury, and Alyssa Beard, unfortunately, failed in the qualifiers, was given a second chance as an alternate, but then failed in the semifinals again. So both women who've cleared stage 1, not competing this time, I think Jessie Lebrec is going to add her name. She is more than capable of doing it. We'll have to see what happens. So, that's 23. Moving on to stage 2. I'm going to try to predict the entire Vegas. We only got 3 episodes this season. I'm assuming the first 2 episodes are stage 1. So they're going to do stages 2 and 3 and possibly final at the very end in the season finale. So because of that, I don't think we're going to get a lot of stage 2 clears. I hope they don't make stage 2 too hard, but they have a really hard time balancing stage 2. As of late, after ANW 7, every stage 2 has had 3 or less clears, with the exception of ANW 11, which had 21. So 8, 9, and 10 all had either 2 or 3 clears, and then it's so ridiculous. 21 for ANW 11 because they overcompensated. They finally wanted to make stage 2 easier, but they went in the wrong direction, you know? Hopefully, they don't make the same mistakes they made in the past, but we'll have to see. I hope they don't make it too hard. But I'm thinking 5 clears, which is a fine number when there's 23 people in stage 2. I would say that's an okay number. You know, ideally, you want half the people to fail stage 2, but I'm okay with like 25% about clearing, as in not failing. So the 5 people that I think are going to clear stage 2. So first off, I think Jake Murray is going to be one of them. He has the grip strength. You know, he's known for being fast, but people forget he's a rock climber guy. He's not a parkour guy. He's just fast. He's a fast rock climber, which is what you want in Ninja. I think he has the capability. I think Joe Morosky is going to be another person to clear stage 2. Joe has more stage 3 appearances than any other competitor in ANW history, and I think he will continue to add to that history. And then everyone else that I have for stage 3 is going to be teenagers, believe it or not. So first off, Vance Walker, 2-time ANW junior champion. This kid has monstrous arms, and I think he is very capable of clearing stage 2. He's got the safety pass, so he gets 2 tries, assuming he didn't fail in stage 1. Interestingly, he's the only safety pass holder I'm predicting to move past stage 2. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens. Vance, one of the people. Another one is one of my guys, Josiah Pipel. I think I know Josiah can do it. It's just a matter of if it happens when he competes on the course. I know he's very much capable of doing it, though. I would say if he won the safety pass from Vance, I would actually say I would borderline guarantee that he could make it to stage 3, but he doesn't have it, so I would say I'm very confident, but not, borderline guaranteeing, yeah? Instead of like a 95%, it's like now a 70%, which is still pretty good. Still pretty good. And so my final stage 3 person, and this is a bit of a long shot for me personally, because I don't know a lot about him, but it's Kai Beckstrand. I got this feeling, and this is based on the edit. I get this feeling that Kai is going to do well. And he beat the qualifier, he beat the semifinals. I think he can beat stages 1 and 2. That's my feeling. So those are the 5 that I think are going to beat stage 2 and move on to stage 3. Now, will anyone beat stage 3? Yes. I'm thinking yes. Here's my theory. My theory is that ANW wants a winner this year because of what happened with their last winner. The last guy to win $1 million, he's in jail right now for terrible things, being accused of terrible things right now. I think my theory, even before they filmed anything from ANW, I've been telling my friends that my theory is that they want to wash away the stench, so to speak, of their most recent $1 million champion getting arrested. I could be completely misreading the situation, but that's my thought. They want a winner again. So, I think we will get one person to beat stage 3. I don't think we'll get more than one, but I do think we'll get one. And that person will be... And this is very hard. It basically, in my head, when I was thinking of who is the most likely to win, it basically came down to 2 names. It's Joe Morosky or Jake Murray. Those are the 2 that I think are capable of beating stage 3. And it's a tough pick between the two. But I went with Jake. And, maybe I should have said 2 people were going to clear stage 3, but I honestly believe it's only going to be 1. So I picked Jake to beat stage 3. Now, stage 4 is still just a rope climb, which is ridiculous, but it's still just a rope climb. I'm going to save that rant for the final stage for a different time, but the fact it's still just a rope climb is absurd. I know Jake can do it. He can do that rope climb in 30 seconds. So this is a bit of a, I don't know, it's weird. Because, oh man, it's tough to pick one person who you think's going to win it all. I'm picking Jake Murray. He's been my pick. He's been my pick all year before they even filmed the season. I think Jake is going to win. And Joe's going to be a close second. If it's not Jake, probably Joe. But I'm going Jake. It's a very hard choice. The chance that either one of them are watching, I'm sorry to Joe for not picking you. Jake, don't let me down, even though this, already filmed. But yeah, there you go. That's everything. I'm going with Jake Murray. He's my pick to win the whole thing. So to recap, 23-5-1-1. That's what I think for the stage clear rates. Jake Murray will be your next $1 million winner, and it's happening this season. Bank on it. Thank you all very much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to know when my review of ANW Stage 1 goes live. And hey, check out some of my past reviews. Thank you all very much for watching. I love you. Goodbye.